let's take a look at some of the tools you'll want to consider when camping and cooking. Hi, and welcome to the Weekend Camper channel. In this video, we'll be taking a look at some of the tools you'll want to consider to make your camping cooking a large, fun part of your outdoor experience. If you find this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Weekend Camper channel. As with so many things involved with getting the most from your camping experience, how you use your RV, van, or tent is a big variable in the cooking tools you'll want to consider. Someone in a big Class A motorhome who uses it on long road trips or as a second home on a seasonal lot is likely to have some very different needs from folks like me who are mainly weekend campers spending 3 or 4 days at a favorite state park or national forest. You can be sure that backpack campers aren't going to be strapping on a 25-pound griddle, and someone who tent camps out of a small SUV will likely be wanting compact solutions that fit in limited storage space. The main focus of this video will be on the weekend camper whose primary interest is just getting away from the hubbub of daily life to disconnect and unwind. We'll also assume that your campsite and camping vehicle are fairly close together. One way to help chill out on your next campout is to include outdoor cooking as a big part of your trip. If you have a hectic life at home, it can be hard to go from high speed to a dead stop overnight. One way to help with that is to plan camping meals and snacks that take some preparation time at the campsite. Food prep is a necessary activity, and being around friends and family while cooking is a great way to be busy and social at the same time. Can anyone say adult beverages? It's kind of funny to listen to folks complain about being bored while camping, while at the same time running their generator to power their microwave to heat up supper. Whether it's the smell of fresh coffee and bacon in the morning or chicken and hash browns for supper, outdoor cooking is just a fun activity. As with any activity, however, you'll need some tools to maximize your enjoyment. As we start looking at some of the tools you'll want to consider, I know someone is thinking, hey, wait a minute, is there a kitchen in your RV? Of course, the answer in most cases is yes. What I found, however, is that cooking inside the RV separates you from the others in your group. That outdoor group setting is a huge part of the camp cooking experience. So, what are some tools to consider? Let's take a look at one of the big questions new RVers ask. What's better, a griddle or a grill? Griddles like the ever-popular Blackstone brand griddle have a huge following and fan base. I have a 17-inch Blackstone, and it's perfect for nearly any breakfast food, steak, chicken, burgers, hot dogs, and so forth. While not the most efficient, you can even put a pot on one to heat soup or other liquid. Grills have many of the same uses when it comes to meats, and you can also use them to heat liquids. You're not going to cook bacon or eggs directly on a grill, though. So, what about a camp stove, such as the venerable Coleman Propane line of stoves? That's a good question. With these outdoor cooking tools, you can use outdoor pots and pans to deal with things like bacon and eggs, as well as cooking soups or your morning coffee. Most of these stoves also have small griddle accessories that you can mount over a burner for a smaller version of the Blackstone griddle. After a couple of years of splitting cooking between inside and outside, I'm adding a Coleman stove to my camping kit. This will give me my nice griddle plus a couple of extra burners for things like soups and, of course, my morning coffee, all outside the RV. Since my wife likes to sleep in much later than me, this arrangement will also allow me to go outside and bang around a little bit without waking her up. For those with the storage space and bigger families, 2-burner stoves on legs that use larger propane tanks can be had for about $150, excluding the tank. Otherwise, a Coleman Classic propane stove can be had for about $45. So, what about space? When you've got your heat source figured out, you'll also need a folding table or two. Just like indoors, outdoor cooking requires some prep space. My RV has a well in one of its storage bays that is molded specifically to fit a 4-foot folding table. I'm adding a second table with the addition of my camp stove. An L-shaped kitchen under my pop-up canopy or next to my RV should be a nice setup. After a couple of really fun small group camping trips, time spent cooking outdoors were some of the most memorable parts of the trip. Next is cookware. For cooking inside my RV, I've been using some lightweight, inexpensive pots and pans from Walmart. These nonstick pans are very lightweight and heat up quickly. Their nonstick surface makes them easy to clean with a paper towel and just a bit of water. The downside to these pans is that you really have to stand over them and carefully watch the cooking process. They transfer heat very quickly, and if you leave them unattended for long, you can easily burn whatever it is you're cooking while setting off the smoke detector in the RV. Trust me on that one. While satisfactory for cooking in the RV, they just are a bit too lightweight for banging around outside. For that, I'm getting some cast iron pans. I plan on a separate video on my choice and use of cast iron, but in general, the draw to cast iron is the nearly non-stick surface of a well-seasoned cast iron pan provides, and its weight that allows for higher flames on the camp stoves and better heat distribution. Like any non-stick pan, cast iron is easy to clean with just a paper towel and a quick rinse with some water. Since you aren't supposed to use soap with cast iron cookware, a quick rinse will have it ready for next time, and you won't have to fill your gray tank with a bunch of dishwater. Anything you can cook on a griddle, you can cook on a cast iron frying pan. The griddle wins on cooking space, but the pan scores high on convenience. You can also get a small cast iron griddle that will fit over one of the top of the camp stove's burners for a true griddle experience. Last is some additions to the utensil drawer. Unlike the nonstick pans I use in the RV, cast iron allows for metal utensils if you're careful. That means metal spatulas and weights for smash burgers or bacon are now back on the table, pun intended. That also includes spoons and other metal utensils so long as you don't go crazy. Some cast iron cooks still prefer plastic and wooden utensils and scrapers, but I plan on going with metal and not getting carried away with scraping and chopping. You can find griddle accessory kits on Amazon for under $25. Also in this category is a jelly roll pan or a picnic tray to help transport food and utensils from the RV to your outdoor kitchen. With some extra table space and a nice tray, it's easy to set up your meal prep and serving tasks. As you gain experience in your campsite kitchen, you'll develop some tricks and techniques to make your outdoor cooking a pleasant part of your camping experience. Be sure to leave a comment about your best campsite cooking experiences. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button below the video and subscribe to the Weekend Camper channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.